Don't let the dream die. Man, this is a shit.
Welcome to the world galactically famous Rad Dudecast. My name, of course, is Brent. Air, that's E-Y-R-E, but it's pronounced like A-I-R. Welcome.
Wow.
Damn, Harumi.
Damn, Harumi, zooming.
Keep going, man. It's all right. We won't start for a little bit. This is great.
Welcome to the world galactically famous Rad Dudecast.
People are going to think Brendan's here today.
What app was that?
That's you don't see he's got a full deck set up here. And a full studio audience.
I'll tell you who loved it, the crowd.
Sit down, everybody. Sit down.
You two got to switch mics. Sorry.
Oh, it's fun.
Because I got it set for your personal
pitch.
For your personal pitch.
You bumped the gain up on me? Cause
Yeah.
You know how.
What a sound engineer you are, man. These are specifically set for our vocal tones.
Because, you know, I got that ASMR voice.
You really do. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
You're more tweaky. He's more bassy.
I could, yeah, for sure. I could. That's something. TWiki. What's TWiki mean in the world of audio?
I mean, what are you talking about? I don't know.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
man.
You're not really tweaky.
No. I think you just nailed it. So there are moments where I speak where I get so close to sounding like my grandmother that it brings her back in good health for a minute. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Was she tweaky?
Yeah, very tweaky, man. Very, very like, hi!
If the president ever came on and said, "Listen, we've been infiltrated by birds pretending to be humans," the first person we would put in jail would be his grandmother.
Birds with strong opinions about the government.
Welcome.
Yeah, we watched. What did we watch the other?
Who?
What did
We? You and I?
Yes, we did.
Clone Wars.
No. We watched Masters of the Universe.
Oh my God!
And there's a character. Gildor. Are you? I mean, you know Masters of the Universe. To some degree, right?
I don't. Yeah.
It's not like clear in your head. And
no, I can't picture Gildor.
Very understandable.
He was only in the movie for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's literally as if someone drew Anthony's grandmother.
Offensively
It was the
close.
producer's son.
He not only he looks and sounds exactly like my grandmother, to a striking degree.
The hair. Let me pull up Gildor for
let
you.
me see this.
Haroon, if you could get Gildor going, maybe.
Dude, whoa! Just got a text from my inside COVID-19.
Jesus, this guy.
My man goes, "Fuck! CDC just showed up. I should have chained her to the bed this morning. She's probably gonna get quarantined here." My man's wife is working in the hospital that shit broke off in, and you know me, I'm very COVID aware.
Yeah, this is very COVID aware.
I'm
Absolutely.
very COVID aware. What was I looking up?
Gildor, but I think Harumi's on it.
Gilmore.
Gilmore Girls.
You know, from the Gildor Girls.
We're talking Lord of the Rings, or we're talking?
No,
Masters of the Universe.
Gildor Masters.
Gwildor.
Gwildor. Yeah, excuse me. I'm not exactly on my. This is Masters of Science and Accounting, Golden Gate University. This is why I kept looking things up.
So
I know who that is.
All right, and now I'll bring up a picture of my grandmother.
The hair is the exact same. Their voice is the exact same. They're the same height.
She was a redhead?
They're both annoying.
She is a redhead.
By choice?
Did
she go with it? Because I think when you become older, you just start painting your hair whatever color.
True. She's been a redhead, like a reddish brown. What is that? Ombre?
I don't know.
Ombre is where it goes from light to dark.
Oh, okay.
I thought ombre was like a Mexican friend.
Amber? Umber?
That's my ombre.
It is. It's that
also
too.
is.
I think so.
Hold on. I
think it's just like a guy.
Hey, my
So
ombre.
we put bad in front of it.
Ombre, I don't want that. They're trying to get in here for free. I don't know.
Let me tell you a story about his grandmother. It's my favorite story ever. Anthony's heard it a million times. I slept over his house one time. I wake up to I'm in the couch. I wake up to a note that says, to me, it says, "Tell the boy he snores." The boy. I had known her for many years. She goes, "The boy." Can I tell the Pat Riley story or no?
Yeah, of course.
Is that okay?
Yeah. I don't even remember. I forgot the Pat
It's
Riley.
slight racism involved.
That's fine.
So she's watching the Knicks game. Anthony told me this. I guess she's watching the Knicks, and she goes, I don't know how he can do that. Oh, maybe this is too heavy.
You're already there. To abandon now is
Right.
nuts.
Like, I don't know, running around with all of them
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit softer than that, but that's the idea.
Yeah.
Well, there
But
goes
yeah.
your SNL shot.
Here's what I show the camera, right?
Yeah, nobody can see that, man.
Closer.
Here,
I'll
give it
give
to
it
me.
to
Give it to Jim and
yeah,
he'll describe.
I'll give it to somebody.
Oh, what a beautiful woman. There's the camera. We're going to come in. We're starting a little...
I sort of see it. I mean, I think it's a little harsh.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
a bit of a stretch.
You might be right.
It's a beast from another world.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this though: if I showed my grandma that, she would think it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
What she thinks is the funniest thing in the world is when I repeatedly tell her that when she dies, that I'm gonna freeze her and keep her in my kitchen drawer, and she thinks
big drawer.
that's hilarious for some reason.
Yeah.
You're going to shrink her down and
I'll just I'll hollow out.
dehydrate her.
Yeah, I'll figure out the schematics, but that's the idea.
Yeah, what do you fill? What do they fill those when they do vasectomies? Not vasectomies.
No, you might be right.
What's the word?
Go ahead. Yeah.
What's the word when you make somebody, you have a bear, you kill it, and then you
Taxonomy?
taxidermy. Not
Yeah.
vasectomy.
No.
No.
Taxidermy.
But hey, I don't see that's a problem. You give these things vasectomies anyway. We can't have the dead creating more dead.
I mean, technically, you probably are giving them a vasectomy. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's just if you start at the penis and then quit,
Yeah.
then
You might be castrating them, too, because you're not leaving the balls in there.
Yeah, I would say it's an extreme vasectomy.
extreme.
Taxidermy.
Clean it all out.
What's death but an extreme
The
vasectomy?
vasectomy plus.
It's all levels of vasectomy.
yeah.
We got a patient here, 2 broken legs, hit by a car, light vasectomy.
Who knows if they could still have kids in this condition? Light vasectomy to me.
That's reversible. What the hell was I talking about?
You
They fill them with newspapers.
That's what I was going to ask. What do they fill him with? Because what are we going to fill
Newspapers.
What are we going to fill his grandmother with? Information.
Newspapers.
newspapers, yeah. And the newspaper from the day she was born. Her favorite dates throughout history.
Her favorite dates.
Or the day she died, and then you cut her open, and it's like a little time capsule.
That
Oh,
is
that's
fun.
fun. That's
In 100
very
years.
fun. Yeah.
Here are all the things that happened to you.
Here's all the things that happened in the year that you died.
So I got this new thing I want to push at you. This is all about this. This is not very funny, but I do think it's enlightening. Hold on, I got a burp. Hit me, Hiram. Hit me with my sound. Nice.
And Axel Foley is on the case.
We got to start referring to Harumi as the missing link. You were the missing link to the podcast.
Yeah, he has been. Crowd favorite, Dan Harumi.
Appreciate it.
So what I was going to say is, I had this new theory now. Stay with me here, okay? People don't know what sleep is. So I always worry that they're going to find my DNA, they're going to bring me back to life,
Right.
and then I'll be running around. But that's not going to be me, because whoever I was who died is dead. This is just some new version who remembers all of my memories and is essentially like a reanimated version of Greg.
Uh-huh.
So are you on board
Yeah.
so far?
I might need it to
I'm
be
gonna-
slowed down at some point.
I'm going to ask you, though, why are they bringing you back?
I think if time goes on forever,
Okay.
eventually they'll have gone through everyone. And so at some
okay.
point they'll have to get to me. You know what I mean?
It's like Hall of Fame inductees with athletes.
Yeah. Well, no, because with Hall of Fame you have to be good.
Yeah, what I mean by that is, I guess new athletes come out every couple of years that retire, and then they could get those guys in the Hall of Fame. But eventually, maybe more like professional wrestling, where it's like eventually they get down to like, I guess we'll put Farouk in. Do you know what I mean?
If you have, so I guess what I think is going to happen is that eventually all of humans will die,
Right.
and then space aliens will find us and go, "Hey, we should bring these guys back, see what they're all about."
Sure.
And if they're living forever, eventually they'll get to me.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes,
But that won't
I
be
get
me. That'll just be the vessel that has all my memories.
Right.
Right? So now I'm starting to think, what if you die every single night? Because essentially you're growing and your cells are changing.
Sure.
So really you're never you. You're always this reanimated version of yourself every day you wake up.
Because you wake up.
Because you wake up with just those old memories. So old Greg is dead, right?
I mean, every day is a new day.
And every day's a new Greg.
Every day's a new Greg.
I need a new shirt. That's my new
Yeah,
shirt.
you got merch. You got merch, man.
You got merch.
So what you're saying is every day is a new Greg because your skin cells are new. And
Maybe.
new skin tissue.
Wait, I just realized, did we even tell anybody that Jim Tews is here?
They figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, what? I'm
Think
clearly
they
not
figure
Brendan.
it out.
I'm clearly
You know?
not Brendan.
Let me just say.
Look,
I'm
people
not-
have listened to Jim's multiple great albums, and they know by the timbre of his voice exactly who's on this thing.
multiple great albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The album where Jim is dressed as a Coast Guard person? No,
nope.
marching band
I was
person.
in. It's called I Was in Band.
That's it. Marching band person crossing the street, which is an album I love.
New
It's got
album.
one of my favorite jokes of all time.
Which
on there.
one?
Thanks.
The joke about, and I've always bring this up to Jim, and Jim repeatedly tells me it rarely works.
I've got the exact same moment. I have the exact same moment, probably, hopefully, with a different joke.
My favorite joke about the self-driving cars.
That's my favorite joke.
Yeah, same.
It's my favorite
thank you.
joke.
Jim has told me on every occasion that joke works 1 out of 10 times. And I go, well, the one time it works, man, that thing is awesome.
I think I tried that one too many times at the cellar, and that's what got me knocked down on the roster.
I've tried it there too, and that's what got me out. So I said, not only does this joke not work, but you're doing Jim's joke.
I saw him do it at the Creek once, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to sound harsh. I was the only one who laughed, but I was also the only one at the Creek. So it was just Jim on stage telling me this joke, and I laughed hysterically. I'll just do a basic of it so you don't have to do it. But it's about self-driving cars. Yes, you have a question.
We all do it, and then Jim does it at the end.
Okay, I'll try my.
We're obviously not going to do that.
Oh.
But it's just like a funny.
Well, I would have done that.
I don't remember it.
Oh, well, even better because we can nail it.
Yeah.
And then Harumi will give it a shot from just hearing it from us.
Harumi, you tell us
Yeah.
if this joke is funny. Through your beats. I don't know how he knows which button to push.
I feel like you could set all those buttons to applause, so you don't have to look, and then you just.
They're
So the idea is that like with self-driving cars, there's a lot of old people are going to use them.
Totally.
And if old people are using them, of course, at some point one of them is going to die. And then
It would be an inevitability.
and so at some point you're just going to have like a dead grandma delivery system.
Yeah.
How is
Yeah.
that not working? That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Funny.
I mean, I'm gonna bring it back out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back out because that's one of the old jokes that because nobody knows who the fuck I am. So I'm in this great position of having 2 albums worth of jokes.
Yeah.
That probably would have made one pretty good album. And I could do those. I can pull from both sets.
Yeah.
That nobody knows. So I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. Well, now you got the third album too.
No, that's 2. Well,
Oh.
technically, I
Well, you got
I
the
put
other-
some out on my own, but I didn't like them, so I just basically
okay.
tried to get them.
You redacted them?
I redacted them. I mean, you could
What-
probably still find it if you
What
dig hard enough. But
album is the divorce picture day on?
that's I was in band.
That's on.
That's a
Arizona
great
Band.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Did I ever tell you I got real high? I think I texted you this. I got real high and put your album on when I was in the shower, and it was like you
Oh,
were
you
in the
did?
shower with me,
Greg-
only doing your
I
best
remember
material.
I remember that. I remember that Greg text thread. I was
Greg,
like, what
Greg
the
is
fuck?
the king of that. Greg did this too. A couple weeks ago, he was at a group text with Brendan and I. Greg was super high, and he goes, "Man, y'all won't let me talk." Which, by the way, but to hang on for a second, is a complaint that Greg sometimes has. So Brendan and I were both like, "What the fuck?" And then Greg goes, "I'm in the shower, and y'all won't let me talk." And we're like, "What?" And he goes, "First, I got Brendan talking to me about Lunchables. Then I got Anthony talking to me about his grandma." And I think Brendan and I were both like, "Is this real?" And then Greg finally comes out that he was just listening to our albums, and this was his way of telling us that.
How are you texting from the shower?
It's
Might have
waterproof.
just got
My
out.
phone's waterproof.
Oh, okay.
But I do text in the shower. I 100% do. I listen to music in the shower. I make it a whole experience. I made a Rad Dude. I was on the road and I was lonely, or they were on the road. Either way, I was lonely, and I made a Rad Dudecast playlist of just Anthony and Brendan, and it's like I'm doing a podcast.
That's pretty great.
And they're bringing it. They're like bringing a material only. Folks.
You're like, I don't want to talk. These guys are killing.
Man, tough to jump in, man. These guys are on fire.
I also threw Harumi's playlist in there.
Just some samples.
My name, of course, is Brendan Air.
What are you
That's
doing? I can't talk about what I was.
Is that
talking
called a drop?
about. What?
That what Harumi just did? Is that called a drop?
Here's the thing with
I
Harumi.
think so.
There's no way to know, and he won't talk on the microphone anymore. You have to
Or
interpret
it's
him.
Pronounced.
You have to when you ask Harumi a question, you have to interpret what he's saying through the beat he gives you.
I think it's very artistic, man. It's like when Prince became the symbol. Harumi has just become noise.
Yeah. Dude, it's
Very
also what's
cool.
happening currently in Clone Wars, which I wish some of you would watch, then you would know, but it's kind of what's happening with Echo. Pretty big deal, man. They kind of hooked him up to a machine. I don't want to spoil it for my fans who love Clone Wars.
This is season 7 of Clone Wars?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good,
Okay,
man.
so-
Oh, God. I jerk off to the pleasure of it.
You jerk off to the pleasure of not even to Clone Wars, the pleasure of watching Clone Wars.
My excitement, thinking about watching Clone Wars, I get a full erection, and I masturbate to it. And then I watch it, and I go, this is what turns me on now. This is who I am now.
Yeah, it's a very advanced maneuver. It's beautiful.
I told you that. Oh, and Jim,
Yeah.
you just feel free to interrupt us whenever you need.
Oh, I will.
So can
I
we
never
ju-
get to hear you guys talk, so I'm just kind of. I miss it.
What the hell was I talking about?
You were talking about masturbating to you thinking about Clone Wars.
Well, I had told you that I had gone into transgender porn.
Sure.
And then that got boring. And then I got into so
That
far.
was fast.
I burned through most of
I
it.
feel like this topic came up like less than a year ago, where you were like, "Hey,
Yeah, I went full swing. I watched everything you can get that was like, there's not as many super hot transgender porn stars.
Yeah.
And I went through all of their catalog. You know, I went through 7 seasons of trans
Yeah.
shit.
Turns out when that's not your exact thing, it's a limited amount.
Yes,
You
yes.
know?
This is very specific people. So I
you-
got through.
So you binged.
So I got through all that, and then the next thing I found myself doing was looking up red skirts, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I reset. I went back to the beginning of porn. Like I went to the most
Yeah.
novel, simple thing. It's like this is great. Now I'm starting all over again. Now I'm typing in boobs. Now it's like fun. Who's got boobs? Show me some boobs. Well, that's what happened. I was watching gay porn for a while, which wasn't doing much, but I was making it happen. And then the next thing was like chicks with thongs. And it's like, it's great because you
That's
refined
good.
women.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just constantly running in circles.
So now you're back at red skirts.
I think this is all very healthy, though.
I think so. Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, somehow you've managed to do. Yeah, it's a crazy, like you've managed to, I don't know, I guess get so addicted to something so high octane that you're now just eating healthy. Yeah. You know, it's kind of wild.
Yeah. When
You're going from heroin to hikes in the woods.
Yeah. Somehow you've done it.
I'm back to feeling good the original way.
Yep. Just a red skirt.
Red skirts is such a funny. It just seems
Just
so
a
much.
Delia's catalog.
Yeah, it just seems like what a guy in the 50s would be onto.
Yeah.
I love a red skirt. It's great, man.
Well, I was Googling because I like red heels.
Sure.
So I was Googling that.
Yeah.
But that's not good. Because all the red heel shit comes up is people getting kicked in the
Just
balls.
like, yeah,
Yes.
balls.
Yeah.
Ball
I-
stepping.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, that's not what I want.
That's so
You're
funny.
a pretty
Greg's
woman
like,
in red
can I
shoes.
not just have the purity of red heels
Yeah.
without them stepping on someone's balls?
That's so. I've been in that exact
Yes.
position.
And I can't masturbate just to red heels.
Right.
It has to be red heels and then a girl.
Attached to a girl. Yeah.
Oh, and then she shows me a pussy. You know, like I need
Totally,
that.
yeah.
I can't just be just the shoes.
yeah.
Yeah, I 100%. Because no, heels while a girl wearing heels while having sex is such a huge turn on.
Me too.
So,
Yeah.
but I know exactly what you mean. Where I've typed that in the past, and then it's just like some poor gimp getting kicked in the face. It's like, I mean, this is not. And then they get like, so they're like, I hate to do this, my stepson. And you're like, this is all too much for me.
That's what still annoys me. It was just like you're just like, no, I don't want, like, I like an older woman in the porn.
Yes,
but
know
I
what
don't
you
need the scenario.
Yeah.
mean. Yeah.
I don't need to think that guy is her stepson
Yeah.
and that she's her or any form thereof.
Yes,
Yeah.
totally, man.
I don't get why they don't get that we don't need that.
I think a lot of people need that.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
There's a big enough population for it, or else it wouldn't be this popular. But it does seem like everybody that I've talked to has this very similar opinion.
I think it's a
But do you have a stepmom?
No, I don't.
You have a stepmom.
I did.
You did?
have one when I was young. I still do now, but I met her when she was 50, so that's not doing
Okay.
anything for me. But I did when I was
Yeah.
little, and I had an older stepsister, which was like, oh, this could be a fun idea because it's just
I
a
get
woman
that.
who's like now in your house and has to be,
and you're
Yeah.
young and you're horny.
and you're young,
Yeah.
and there's no escape for her.
Right.
I love
had-
anything in Noah's.
I have a stepmom.
Wait, can we go back to Noah's escape prayer? I feel like that might have been glossed over for a second.
I'm trying to save Greg right now.
But I love Noah's skateboard.
Wait. Okay. All right.
That's such a more lighthearted way to say something super sinister. No, I just it's Noah's skateboard.
You know, where they can't get away. Where they have to have sex with you.
But yeah, what were you saying, Jim?
Oh, I said I have a stepmom. She was my babysitter. So she was
Wow.
young.
Right. Okay, yeah, no.
This is a lot.
I
of
never
different
felt
things.
anything weird because she was in my life for such a long time.
Yeah.
And then same thing with my stepsister. She's the same age as me, and everybody would always joke like, "Hey, your stepsister's pretty hot. You ever thought about it?" And I'm like, "No, we met when we were 4. Like
Right, that's
it's
too
still
young.
gross.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the
How old is she now? How old is she?
my stepmom.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. She was like, I think she was like 19 when my dad was like 33.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
Nice.
sweet. Yeah. Yeah.
It might help for you to get a couple Borat noises on that thing. Just saying. But I know
Very
you.
nice. I did it. Hit record.
Don't just hit
Very
anything.
nice.
I don't have Borat. Hit anything.
My wife.
But I know what you mean where that's too young.
Yeah.
But if it's like you're 14, she comes around at that age, maybe it's
That
very
would
different.
that
Yeah.
would I have to say I would have had
You would have
probably had weird
something.
thoughts.
Totally, I get that.
So I had a babysitter. She used
Yeah.
to drive a Trans Am, the T-top. What is that with the fucking bird on it? Right.
Yeah.
She
I know
used
what
to
you're
pull
talking
her radio out. She used to walk into our house. She'd like pull the full radio out
It's
of
like
the
the
car.
size of a lunchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those.
Smoking hot Italian broad.
Yeah.
I was like 6.
I already guessed that.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Long
got a
nails.
Trans Am with a pull-out radio. That's not a Ukrainian.
I think she was 17,
Uh-huh.
babysitting us, and I still get dirty thoughts about her. But
Sure.
am I now a pedophile? She's aged in my head, I think, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pulling back memories from when I was 6.
And you're imagining what she might look like now.
I mean, I'm imagining her, but she doesn't look like what I think a 17-year-old looks like now.
I understand what
She's
you're
a
saying.
hot broad.
Yeah,
in a
when you're
Trans
that
Am.
age, every woman that's like a little bit older than you just looks like somewhat close to your mom or older.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
She's 53 now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
60.
I remember it was my grandma Minnie's 90th birthday, and there was a cousin who I'd never seen before.
Yeah.
Just some smoking hot blonde, and it might have been like the first. I was so young, and it might have been the first like woman that wasn't on television.
Yeah.
That wasn't like my age. That I was like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah.
And I remember she was probably 13 years old, but in my head she was
Yeah.
like my Aunt Marlene's age, which would have been like late 20s, like early 30s or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Can I tell you something? So I had one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this cousin that showed up a long time ago. It was like a second or third, fourth cousin. Someone I don't even know. And she was like touching me. Like she was putting her feet under my legs. It was like really, and I was a little kid. I was all horned up, you know?
Yeah, totally.
And I was like, and I had that memory in the bank for a while.
Yeah, I understand.
See her 2 or 3 years ago at a comedy club comes, and she was like super drunk, and she was like touching me and shit. And I was like, oh, this isn't good now.
Yeah.
Like it was like, oh, I can't use this now.
Yeah.
It's weird. So it ruined the backlog,
I understand.
you know, and it ruined the backlog. And I'm like,
totally.
Yeah.
Removed from the catalog.
yeah, I had to delete.
Deleted entry.
There was, I think we talked about this the other day, but there was a girl in college that I used to, I mean, I must have masturbated to this girl in my head for like 10 years going.
Yeah.
And then it turns out she moved.
You were both in college?
We were both in college,
Okay.
yes. And then after college, I would still just keep it going. And then she lives in Astoria, and then I saw her, I don't know, maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And she didn't look the same.
Yeah.
You know, obviously aging, you know, whatever. And it totally, I couldn't do it anymore.
You gotta go delete.
Yeah,
you gotta delete
it got
the old
out. It
contacts.
got out of the catalog.
You gotta get out of there. Oh God, what were we talking about? Why did this all come up?
We were just
what you
talking.
stuff dead
Oh,
deer with.
porn.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the ins and outs of hunting, I believe.
Yeah.
You stuff them with old memories of gals you used to masturbate to.
Yeah, this is a pretty good. This is a pretty good.
That's what you're going to fill your dead grandmother with.
just old
Yeah.
Polaroids.
I think that we should stuff her into like with her arms up position, put a bat costume on her, like Batman, put her on top of the roof, to protect the city, like a gargoyle, like a
Wait,
Batman
yeah, like the
gargoyle.
squatting
Yeah,
Batman.
Oh man, I'd be so worried.
I'm
though.
watching you, Anthony.
So
It's okay.
the only thing is like if it's like a torrential rain or a strong wind gust and she blows off the roof, that's my biggest fear.
Well,
is
then
that-
you rig her to be spring loaded so that her arms shoot out and some wings spread. And then she just
Oh, it
gets
looks
blown
like she's
around.
flying.
like the Wick of the West, just flying around the window.
Anthony.
like a loose kite.
That's how you can measure how strong the wind force is.
Yeah, man, I'd do it. I would. I would say I had a Yeah, my grandmothers were like fine.
Yeah. No,
were
nothing fun to speak of. You mean?
Well, my grandma. Well, they also died when I was younger, so I couldn't really appreciate it.
Oh.
So it was like, well, my one grandma, she was pretty great, but I don't know why I brought this up if I had nothing to bring about it.
That's fine. Jim might have something.
I did.
you know?
I did.
Oh,
I mean, I had
remember.
two. My grandmas were both fun. My mom's mom was really funny, like a really good storyteller.
Yeah.
And kind of a ball buster.
Yeah.
That was nice. And then my dad's grandmother was like a crazy old Ukrainian lady, who believed in magic and was incredibly superstitious.
Like
I mean, she was great, but you know what I mean.
No,
Like,
no, what you mean. What were any of the superstitions?
like if you the salt spilling thing, that one where you
Yeah,
throw it
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
That's a big one I remember for some reason. Or just like, you're not supposed to open an umbrella inside, so then we would do it just to fuck with her. 'Cause she would really fly off the handle. Where it was just like, you have ruined our future by opening this umbrella inside. And then my dad told me that the reason she was like that, supposedly, is because her mother was from the Ukraine, and that lineage on the women's side were basically like witch doctors. It's like some real old world shit. going on.
Wow. So you're Ukrainian?
Yeah.
I've never met
And German, but
I've never met a Ukrainian who wasn't like with the accent
Handsome?
and like the Adidas jacket and like
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Well, you're thinking modern, like just got here.
Yes.
Ukrainians.
Yeah.
My great grandmother was the first one to get here.
That's fun.
So my grandmother was born here, but
I would say all three of us don't represent our nationalities
Well,
or not what you would think.
not in no.
Yeah,
not-
most people think. I think most people. Well, obviously, with you being Greg Stone, most people think you're Jewish.
I get a lot of Jew.
Yeah.
I obviously get Middle Eastern, and yeah,
I get a lot of Jewish.
You get Jewish?
Yeah, all the time.
Really?
Yep.
Maybe because of those Louie Cats glasses.
I have this I was watching this documentary on this Polish artist that was on Netflix.
I know the one you're talking about.
yeah, forget his name.
Yeah.
And they showed like where he was from in Poland and the Ukraine. And Ukraine was one of those places that just kept getting like taken over by whoever was sort of strong at the time.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, Poland's like, it's ours now. And Germany's like, nope, it's ours. Russia's like, we'll take it. And then Ukrainians are just like, we want to make pierogi. I can say that because I'm sort of Ukrainian. But there was a guy in that. I'm going to bring up the picture. There was a guy in that when they showed the Ukraine and they were like describing what it was and who it was made up of. And there was a guy in the shot from this like old archival footage that looked like me without my glasses.
That's funny. You also, I want to say,
Bringing it up.
I said those Louie Cats glasses. I was just saying that because I remember you said that people confuse you with Louie
They
Cats.
do it all the time.
That wasn't just
like
a crazy
literally. I go to
No, I
dig
didn't know that.
different.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You look nothing like.
No, but if you took away the
That guy
beard,
looks like you.
the eyes.
The eyes.
Yeah,
Oh, you
Jim
have
has the
Asian
same
eyes.
eyes. Yeah,
you
Jim-
have almond eyes.
He does.
Are you Asian?
No,
Oftentimes.
I think it's like some Attila the Hun shit. I think he did a couple nights in the Ukraine.
on his genocide tour.
Genghis Khan or whoever that was.
Yeah, no. Jim oftentimes will walk in the room and I'll go, "Who's that Korean woman?"
Yeah.
Oh, so I have my question.
It's that broad-shouldered Korean woman.
This was the porn thing. This is where I was leading, unless I'm
Yeah.
cutting somebody off.
No, you're fine.
So here's the thing, right? Tina and I went to Vermont.
Yeah.
We had a nice little vacation for us,
Uh-huh.
right? It was very whatever.
Sexual rendezvous.
Real sexual rendezvous,
Very
right?
cool.
First time we had sex. So here's the thing. She's also not on a pill right now because she's trying to reset her system.
Sure.
And so she's like, you can't come inside me because I'm not
Right.
trying to have a kid right now, right? I'm like, okay. So we get a little sex going, right? And then she goes, literally, I'm like, we're almost there. And she goes, remember, don't come inside me. all the systems shut down. I just went completely flaccid. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know how to, I don't know. My age, it's starting to tell, right? So then she goes, whatever. So we just like, all right, we'll just finish it here. We'll just, we'll wrap this up for now. So then we went to a cheese shop. We went to this Cabot factory where they make all this cheese. We went to Ben and Jerry's.
I hope this ends with you coming in a Ben and Jerry's.
I'm gonna say, man, cheese and ice cream for you. I can't think of more turnouts.
Well, that's the thing. And then we came back to the hotel and had sex, and then I came everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I asked myself, so wait a minute. Was everything in between technically sex? So we started at the beginning, and then I came at the end. That's how you constitute sex. So I think the Cabot shop, the cheese tasting.
I think that was tantric sex.
Yeah.
Because what are you talking, a span of 5-6 hours here?
Yeah.
At least?
You're just like Sting.
I mean, technically, you had a foursome with Ben and Jerry's.
Foursome?
Yeah.
We were on a tour of the Ben and Jerry's factory with 10 to 15 adults. None of them knew they were fucking me. They were all fucking me.
Greg's like, you're all part of my foreplay.
Yeah.
Technically mid-play.
Some 16-year-old's like, I guess I just lost my virginity.
Well, because some people like to bring things into sex in the middle, whatever they're doing,
Totally.
like a little foreplay action. This technically is sex.
Yeah, a lot of people do, food and sex. You put whipped cream on somebody, you lick it off. You guys just did it in your own way.
We did Highway 91.
I think what you're conflating with like foreplay is just having a good time with someone you care about and then being able to have sex.
Yeah, and just opening up and being more vulnerable.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden,
just like sharing some time together and then.
No, my rule is kind of like a sword, right? It shall not be returned until it has tasted blood. So sex, when you
all swords.
Yeah, you can't
universal sword rule.
Yeah, it shan't be sheathed.
It's written on the tag of every sword you buy.
It shan't be sheathed till it has seen blood and the blood has been wiped off the blade. You know the rules.
Yeah.
So I think if you pull your penis out and you start sex isn't over until someone comes. So everything that happens in between, it's like a bookend.
Gotcha.
That's how you start. So all the middle was just sex.
So Julia and I have been having sex this whole time.
Yeah. Are we currently fucking Julia?
What?
Are we currently fucking Julia as we speak?
As we speak. And, until we get more batteries in that goddamn thing, we'll be still having sex.
So you got the non-plug-inable one.
No, we have the plug-inable one. We need all the power in Astoria.
You need
to drop her walls to get her.
Gas-powered one.
Yeah.
We
Sounds like
need
a weed whacker.
we need multiple things going. A focus board for her.
Tita and I have we don't have a focus board. We have a goals board that we set up before sex. We go, what are the things you want to have happen here? Right? We'll try to cross these off as they're happening. And a lot of times we won't cross them off, but we do have a win side that we go, look, we didn't cross off that.
That's smart.
But you cried a little. That was new, right? That was kind of fun.
That's kind of fun.
You know what I mean?
Like, I want to get some cheese. I want to get some ice cream.
Did you have your cheese stick, by the way?
I did. It was
From
good.
Vermont.
Oh!
That's
I
Cabot.
never saw it with bacon. I'm like, where's this been all my life?
They only got it at
Yeah.
the Cabot store that I know of in Vermont. We brought home a lot of special
Guess
cheeses.
I'm jumping on the Vermonter.
Yeah.
Amtrak. That's the one that goes to Vermont.
What else did you guys get in Vermont besides the cheese?
We ate a lot of cheese, and we may have had a baby. A lot of cheese. We went to Ben and Jerry's. We saw that the flavor thing.
Any
that was
new
fun.
flavors that they got going on?
They got a bunch. Netflix and chilled or some shit. It's like a Netflix flavored ice cream.
What's in there?
Yeah, I think
Bunch
it's
of
just-
comedians.
Yeah, a bunch of Ip Mans that no one's watched. I like it, man. That's one of my favorite shows. They got a bunch of flavors working. No pictures allowed when you're like looking over the
sure,
thing.
that makes sense.
But I don't get it. You think I can't memorize this shit? You think this is how I'm going to infiltrate Ben and Jerry's factory?
What was in Netflix and chill?
I really don't know.
Well,
It's
there
out.
You
You
go.
can get
There you go, man.
But you could Google it. It's Googleable. But I also wasn't there to bring down Ben and Jerry's.
Of course.
We went to they have it's a cemetery of flavors that are dead.
That's fun.
So when they kill flavors, they put an actual concrete like brick up and they bury the flavor.
Yeah.
It makes me. I was crying. It made me very upset. I don't like.
What are some dead ones?
I took pictures.
9/11 chocolate. It's like some they weren't even trying.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you say they did have one for the stock market crash in '89, and they said it didn't go over. People didn't like it.
Really?
Yeah. I swear to God.
So funny.
Yeah.
Did you take a picture?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
This is
They had a
urban.
Bill Cosby flavor
That's dead.
that they had to put down.
Devil's food chocolate. Au pair.
That was it.
Aloha macadamia.
Oh, I've had that one.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's
It's dead.
good.
Yeah, I think I remember
I'm
that
just
as well.
finding out now.
Yeah,
Can't
very
believe I got
sad.
Netflix and chilled is non-dairy frozen dessert. Milks and cookie non-dairy. Oh, so a lot of new dairy stuff. Gimme s'more. That's a new flavor. This is stuff that people don't give a shit
What
about.
I'm more interested though in the ones that are dead. That you said that the one about the what was it, the financial crisis?
There was a financial crisis flavor that I can't
Oh,
find.
macadamia one wasn't dead?
No, that's dead.
Oh,
That's dead as hell.
shit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I can't find the one. They also had a big COVID thing. Ben & Jerry's like you couldn't come in if you had any kind of.
Oh, I thought you meant a flavor.
That's a
little insensitive.
Wow, a little topical.
It's dead already.
That was fast.
Ben & Jerry's.
They're like South Park.
yeah.
Who is the guy who blew up the Oklahoma City building?
Timothy
McVeigh. That was the one they had that didn't do well.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Timothy McTruffle.
The McVeigh was it was the Oklahoma City bombing with pecans or some shit. That was weird. They didn't like it. They put it down. But yeah, it's fun. So we went there. We had sex, which was fun. We stayed right in the hotel. We stayed next to Michelle.
Oh, yeah, you said that Marriott.
We stayed at the Marriott, but that was right next to the Vermont hotel that you and I stayed at. Man, I had some fun things I wanted
Burlington's
to bring up.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful, and everyone's so nice.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Man.
Yeah.
Dude,
The summer too. It's like so underrated as like a place to go because they have a
Yeah.
beach. They have like Lake Champlain, or it's like that is a great town.
I went in like mid-September. and it was
Oh man, it's
perfect.
awesome.
we went. It was -3 to 10
Yeah,
degrees
you guys went.
with
It's
this
so
weekend.
cold.
Yeah, you picked a really weird time to go to. I saw that on your Instagram, and I'm like, "What? He's getting paid to be there, right?"
No, he loved the cold.
That was a bad.
I don't know. She had like a free. She had like a free night in the hotel. So she's like, "Let's go to Burlington." Just
Yeah.
planned it. I was like, "All right."
Oh, cool.
There you go.
So we do it, and then on the way back, we stopped at this Massachusetts mall,
Uh-huh.
and it's crazy because like Burlington, everyone was so nice. Then we get to this mall, and it was like everyone there was a fat piece of shit, and I was like, there's just cities where people are shitty. We're from one,
Sure.
Our area was shitty,
Yeah.
But like these people in this mall, I was in a GameStop, and it was just this fat woman wouldn't get out of the way, and she wouldn't let anyone because she wanted her claim on the Pops. Like those Pop figures. I was like, I don't even want a Pop. I'm trying to get the Star Wars figures. But she wouldn't let me through because she was trying to claim them all, and her kid was screaming. One more. I'm sorry, I'm talking very fast.
No, yeah.
But they have these figures that are, they're called blind box figures. So I don't know if you know what that is. It's just like,
I'm guessing.
it's like wrestling figures, but they don't tell you which is inside. You
It's
just
fun.
buy it and you open it. Yeah,
Cool.
fun if the dad wasn't with his kid opening all of them. He opened every single one of them and be like, nah, these aren't the ones we want. And I was like, you just ruined it. What a piece of shit.
Wait, he
No
didn't.
one in
They could
Burlington would do this.
They're
Yeah.
not like sealed
They are sealed. He was opening the seals.
without buying them.
Yeah, at the FYE.
What town was this? Call him out.
Yeah, what was it? It was like, what the fuck was it? I can't remember. But anyway, it's just like most of this world sucks. We should all just live to Burlington. Everyone in Burlington's a lesbian, by the way. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, even the guys are lesbian. Everyone's a lesbian. It's not a non-offensive way. It was
Sure.
like,
It's
wow.
a very white town too.
It was very white.
So
I was just like, I saw like one black person the whole time I was there.
Yeah, very, very white. So then they're so happy that they're so progressive and nice, but they're so over the top progressive because they're so afraid because there's no.
They
black
know how
people.
white they are.
Yeah, they know how white they are, so they really don't know what they can and can't
we
say.
love black people, and you get there and you're like, there's none here.
There's no-
Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, they-
You'd have to actually go to notice that.
Yeah, they have to be so over the top about it because there's none there.
In this Massachusetts mall, it was also all white people, but it was a worse version. It was the ones that didn't try.
They handled it different.
Probably an opioid crisis thing. There.
It really
The
was.
people that aren't on opioids are just cranky because they're
Yeah.
losing relatives. So.
You kind of you forget that it is actually a thing till you go to a lot of places and then
yeah, anywhere in the Midwest,
Yeah.
up in New England, that's like even like remotely rural. We're like
Yeah.
just a step down from metropolitan.
Opioids?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're where I'm from,
Where are you from?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
right.
What's going on?
Every time you say Allentown, I feel romantic.
because of
Like
Billy
not
Joel.
sexual. Yeah, it just feels like Allentown. The guy's Jim's an old steel worker.
I am.
You know, that
I mean,
guy.
my dad was, but
Oh, that's right.
yeah, and
Did
my
you-
grandfather.
Do you know how to steal copper from old factories? From
no,
the wiring?
No, we weren't thieves.
That's a very different
like-
profession, man.
My dad was. I think my dad was. He was a mechanic, and so was my grandfather. And then my dad drove like a dump truck or something for a while at the steel mill.
I always see you as a pretty handy guy.
I am kind of handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
You could put the shelves up again if I had to
Yeah, I
ask
totally
you.
could.
That's how I always see you, Jim. It's like a very, there's very like a perfect mix of a man in some ways. You know what I
Yeah, you
mean?
are.
No, seriously, like where you're very handy, but then you're, you love Weezer. You know what I mean? Like you're very
Yeah, I do. I
sensitive
still
at the
read.
same time, and you still read.
You are a perfect man.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect man.
Thank you. Thank you.
If not for your height. a
Yeah, I
perfect
know,
man.
right? I'm like, wow, 2 more inches tall.
If you were 6 foot, I'd be scared of you.
If I were 5'11", I'd have been headlining 10 years ago. It is holding me back.
You should get some goth boots. You know, like
I mean,
those
these
real
are
tall.
pretty thick.
No, I'm talking 6
Yeah,
inches.
platforms.
Yeah.
Some
Just-
kiss boots.
Be obnoxiously tall. Yeah.
Yeah, just like a Spice Girl.
I always try to stand up straighter. I did those undone sweaters videos with Andrew and
Yeah.
Reed, who are very short
Yeah.
guys, and we played a live show one time, and this woman came up to me and she was like, "I thought you were like tall," and I'm like, "Nope, we all fooled you. You thought Andrew and Reed were normal height, and that I was tall." And now you just paid to see a Weezer tribute
Right.
band.
It's like Lord of the Rings. Like you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean,
it's
where they-
forced perspective.
I would say
I should bring them up on stage with me all the time.
if I went and saw you guys play, I would go back to the venue and be like, "You need to give me a little bit of money back. I didn't get full size humans here. They don't need the same amount of money
Well,
to
I'm like,
survive."
can't you tell in relation to the guitars?
I thought those were special guitars because you guys were
yeah,
so
yeah.
tall.
Yeah, they're large
his
guitars.
arms barely
Yeah.
get around it.
I assume, those were custom made.
But you guys don't need the same amount of food that I need, so you should be paid less.
Boy,
You're half men.
You know how much I'm fighting that every day. That comes up in our short guy meetings. I haven't got. You know how many times I'm at City Hall arguing against it. Yeah, I'll get that a lot too. I don't know why either.
People think you're
Especially-
taller.
No, people a lot after shows they will go, "I really thought you were going to be a lot taller."
Really?
Yeah,
They've
I'll
seen
get-
you on TV, and
Yes, something. They say a lot, which is offensive.
See, I would think that
then I stand on my tiptoes at bars when I'm trying to get a drink. I'm not even kidding.
I would think they would think Anthony is much shorter because of how much I say you're short. I think people would go, "Whoa, this guy's not 3'4", like Greg says. He's like a normal man's height." Who's taller out of you two? Tall off, go.
Jim's taller than
I'm
me.
5'7".
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Huge.
I think when you're
What are
short,
you?
I'm 5'6". I border on 5'7".
Okay.
But short guys know exactly. Like exact.
Yeah.
Like I know exactly Gary's height. I know exactly Jim. Like if it's in the vicinity of like 5'4" to 5'8",
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can,
you know the exact
I could say it
number.
from 400 feet away what they are.
Yeah, I'm 6'5".
like- 5. What?
No, he's
No,
not.
you're not.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know.
This-
Y'all so short you can't tell.
This guy will really try. This guy will try to put himself in the category of tall men, and
Yeah.
for some reason, it's very aggravating to me.
That's so funny. to
It
me.
sucks because my dad's 5'11", and then the guys on my mom's side
Yeah.
are all tall.
Right.
I just got this weird wiry German, like because my grandfather, he's a short, crazy guy.
You're not. You might be 5'7". That's not short, but you're also like
No.
got a
But-
rockin' bod.
You,
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you have. I mean, you've talked about this
I'm
in your
stocky.
act, but you do have an old strongman body. So
I'm working on it.
I think it
I'm trying to power lift.
yeah. People don't notice. Like, people see you as you very much seem like a guy who would be in like a one-piece bathing suit in Coney Island.
I think I might.
In
Let's
black
do
and
that
white
this
pictures.
summer. Can we just go take? Just make me look black and white.
Yeah.
Pictures at Coney Island. I'll grow my mustache out again.
I'll take those pictures and tell everyone you're my dad. That's my granddad. This is my granddad Jim.
This is my
From the
granddad
40s.
Just in
Charles Atlas.
one of those one-piece bathing suits,
Yeah,
like
this-
flexing, like
yep.
pay no attention to my nuts.
Yeah, those old stripy guys.
Yeah, those old stripy guys never filled out the bottom half of the suit.
Yeah.
It's my
But they're
uncle
always-
hulking Henry.
Yeah,
It is. And they would do a thing when they would pose too, where they would put their legs close together. Like, you would really get the full idea of how skinny their legs are.
Heels touching.
Yeah, compared. They looked like they were old. Yeah. They were old WWE wrestling figures where it looked exactly like that.
Yeah.
Do you know the kind?
Yeah,
I'm
the
talking
ones
about?
that like moved up
Yes.
and down, the springs.
Yeah,
with the,
exactly. Where Jimmy Snuka, you could pull on its back and it would pop
would
up
pop
a little
in.
bit.
Those are fun.
What were those called?
I don't.
I had a bunch. Of
I had a
them.
bunch, man.
They're just called wrestling figures.
Yeah, but they're
No, they were
WWE.
like a specific thing.
The jumpers?
And you could buy a little ring for
yes,
them.
yeah, they came in a ring. We saw them when we were in Denver a couple weeks ago, and they had this like '80s like vintage kind of shop, and they had a series. And they had the whole collection, man.
Yeah. I love that shop.
Yeah, it was
Got
great.
a lot of really cool things.
Very cool.
The old Transformers, They had these toys. There was this thing I used to call. They were called Defenders of the Universe.
Uh-huh.
No one saw this. No one. This cartoon lasted three episodes. It was the Phantom. You know the Phantom, full purple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to animals.
Totally.
They would like it was like just a bunch of random licenses strung together, and then but in my high school there was this at Defenders of the Universe or some shit or Earth. And it was like, drink milk. So it was a sign of them telling us to drink milk. And I bonded with this sign for some reason. I'd go to the bathroom, I'd go look at it, and I'd go, you guys are my friends. You know? So, like, for some reason, I have this, like, connection to this fucking series of cartoons that lasted 3 episodes.
Wow.
They were so good.
That was in our high school?
No, it was in my Carteret school.
Okay.
It was in the grammar school.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I would just
'cause
look
I
at
didn't
it.
remember it.
I'd go to the bathroom. They'd go, Greg, go to the bathroom again? And I would go down the bathroom. I'd just stare at this poster, and I'd go, this is fucking awesome.
I'm going to hang out with my friends.
Those are my friends, man. The Phantom. The Phantom's so cool. He would talk to animals and shoot guns.
I didn't realize that the Phantom was talking to animals. I didn't know what I thought it was. I think I saw the movie with Billy Zane when I was younger, and that was it. And I didn't realize that that's what was going on with him.
It's very possible he only was able to talk to animals in the cartoon. Like the
Okay.
original Phantom, maybe not have been doing that.
Okay, because Beastmaster in my head he was talking to animals.
Yeah, we didn't wear clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beastmaster, man. Beastmaster was great.
That's the thing. If you're talking to animals, the only real thing you're doing is making these other animals your martyrs. You know, it's like, oh, well, you can talk to animals. So if someone starts shooting at me, I'll have this elephant walk in front of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's
you
like
go first.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then what? If you're Aquaman, it's just fish?
Yeah, always weird, man. The Aquaman is just fish. And would Aquaman get sharks on his side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some rogue sharks, maybe not.
Okay.
But pretty much anything in the water, he was good. The thing they would do with Aquaman would piss me off is they'd pull out these, like, the Kraken or, like,
right, mythical fish.
mythical
Real
fish. And
mythical.
it's
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. Those don't exist.
Yeah, because it is cool,
Not
man.
like Aquaman.
A guy with an army of sharks, I think, is super cool.
Could Aquaman talk to the Loch Ness Monster? Has that ever been a...
I guarantee it's happened somewhere. They had to have done that. I'm sure Nessie showed up to
Yeah.
save him. Like, he's only really
Rode
good in the
Nessie.
water, which is
Yeah.
cool, but, like, you know, and
It's
he's
tough
strong.
because you got to get him in water. You got to lure him into the ocean.
I'm the same way.
Well, you were
should see me in the water.
SEA. The Sea Boys. You were in the Coast Guard,
I was.
so you have an affinity to water.
I don't
Or
know.
the
I don't
coast?
think, dude. I don't think I'm even that particularly good at swimming. I haven't like the tests that they give you. If you're just like a regular guy in the Coast Guard, not like I want to be a rescue swimmer. The swimming challenge is not that crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the swimming challenge?
Actually, I might have it on my phone, but I don't want to delay us.
That's what we
But
take.
it's-
Just keep talking over you until you find it.
Because I've been trying to when I work out, I try to use here it is. Yeah. I'm trying to beat the physical fitness standards.
Oh, gotcha.
That's my bar
pretty good.
now, and I got it pretty much, except for the run. I need to run a little bit faster.
Well, speed has nothing to do with it. You can't really improve your speed.
What?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you could.
No,
What are you talking about?
No, speed is you're granted a certain speed. And that's God's
But you
speed.
can run faster
just-
for longer. Like you don't.
You can run longer.
to not slow down.
You
So
yeah.
you have, and you also can definitely improve your speed.
You can't.
I've done it.
You're probably only getting your speed to what you were at your best in shape,
Well, yeah, that's improving your speed.
to what you can do.
So you might have a cap, yeah, but
Not me. I'm the same speed I've always been, and it's faster than everyone in this room. It's insane how fast I am.
so it's in 12 minutes. I'm 38, so well, when I was under 30, so it was 500 yards in 12 minutes, which is like
Uh-huh.
As soon as you said numbers, I don't know what the hell you're
it's
talking
pretty fast.
That's
but
pretty
it's,
fast.
about. What's your cartwheel record?
Oh, geez, I haven't done
Is
cartwheels
that
in a
not
while.
on there?
You
That
can't
was
do that.
No, they didn't do.
It was an
believe it or
imperative in the
not.
Coast Guard.
They didn't ask us if we could do cartwheels.
Well, how are you gonna get through the laser sensors of the enemy?
A lot of just jumping
How? So how many jumps can
and
you do in a row?
swimming.
Well,
We could swim through the laser sensor.
Yeah, well, that's where speed comes in. You can run faster than those lasers, man. They can't detect a certain speed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually true. If you maintain the same, like in Ocean's 11,
They don't know.
They don't know.
They have no idea. They thought it must have been the wind.
Jim, do you think you could rob a bank by like hitting a lever and just flooding it with water, and then you swim through, like ocean style?
Yeah, I can hold my breath for pretty long.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think not any longer
Also,
than anybody
this,
else.
this lever that fills the bank with water.
Yeah.
It's quite a system that you have to
Well,
put
I
into
would. That
place.
sounds like the Joker and Aquaman team up and rig a bank way ahead of time.
Yeah, there's so much infrastructure that's got to be involved in that.
Yeah, well, I mean, actually, no, because they have all the old banks have those vacuum tubes that run throughout the bank.
Yeah, remember
Well,
those?
You get a hose in there.
True.
I mean, it would
Very
still
true.
take a couple days to
Yeah,
fill.
yeah.
We got time.
Yeah.
The banks are closed on the weekend.
Maybe
Start doing it Friday at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Monday, you're good.
Martin Luther King Day.
Yeah, a 3-day weekend.
Man.
Let me tell you this, and I hate to get this out there, but now with this COVID-19,
Sure.
a.k.a. coronavirus, it's the best time you ever had to rob a bank. You just walk in with these masks on and be like, hey, what's up?
Everybody's got a mask on.
Everyone's got a mask on.
Mhm.
Blend in.
Well, the difference would be, of course, your shotgun. I think they've noticed this guy is not like every other guy.
I'm here to kill corona.
And he also said, I'm here to rob this bank. I don't know.
Did you hear about the North Koreans, what they did with their coronavirus guy?
No.
Just killed
They
him.
shot him right in the head.
I mean, Jesus.
Blood got everywhere.
I did see, I read it was like a headline in Apple News that made it seem like Kim Jong-un was threatening coronavirus, which I thought was really funny. I forget the exacts of it, but it was like something like, if this thing comes here, like
I'll fight it.
Yeah,
You're in trouble.
I'm going to blow it up.
I think isn't that what Trump said? No, he just called it a hoax.
Yeah,
I love it.
He's called it a hoax. He's
You said
called
it was
it
a hoax?
He's called it a hoax by the Democrats.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Pence, tell him. And then Pence was like, all right, let's pray.
yeah, it was a wild series of events.
What's his name did?
Mother,
Limburg.
pray with me.
Limburg?
Limbaugh?
Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh said that it was created by the Democrats, which makes... It was in 15 other countries first.
Where, yeah, and there's you don't think there's Democrats in other countries,
man.
Greg?
No, they're
The
liberal.
Democrats' arm stretches
You know all
far
those
and
Democrats
wide.
in China.
I didn't know the different country Democrats were all talking.
So the
This is a one-world nation?
A Democrat is much like the Illuminati, in that
Yeah.
their reach knows no bounds.
We all get together to
Yeah.
abort babies and
Oh, real quick, how do people get your album? You're here to promote your album, right?
pray. You
You
pray
can call
and
me
it
and I'll
appears.
play it on your thing. How do we tell them to pay for it?
It's on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify,
What's it
Amazon.
called?
It's called Oatmeal.
And what's
Sorry
the
about
name?
that.
What's your name?
My name is Jim Tews. and I-
Tews?
My name is Jim Tews, and I've got an album called Oatmeal out wherever you get albums.
Right.
Tews, not Tim Jews.
Tim Jews is the
Jim
funniest
Jews.
thing ever.
I started an Instagram account called Tim Jews because I started plugging my Instagram at the end of my shows, and then I have Tim Jews as well because I know for a fact that people fuck my name up like that.
Yeah.
And I also bought the domain timjews.com.
And is that just
Smart.
redirect you? Hey,
Just
thanks for
redirects
coming.
you. Yeah,
Get over
Tim
here,
Jews
Jim Jews.
Instagram has a thing that just says, you goofed.
I have the same thing for perfecthuman.com because sometimes people, when they look me up, they're like, what was that guy who's Perfect Human?
Oh, Greg Stone or Perfect. I think it was Perfect Human.
Redirect.
Yeah.
Grown.
6'8" Adonis.
Yeah.
you should get
Tallguy.com.
Tim Jews should redirect them to Timothy Jews, and then Timothy Jews should go to Jim Tews. And listen to all Jim's other albums too, because they're great.
Oh yeah, Jim and I did Space Cops together.
Skate Cops.
Skate Cops.
Space Cops, a fun idea
We could do that.
though.
We're gonna bring it back.
We're gonna bring it back in the summer.
We got more props that have been collecting dust, waiting for the weather to break.
Hard to film Space Cops in the winter.
Skate Cops.
Skate Cops.
Yeah, because there's no indoor skate parks in this. I mean, there are in this area, but it would be like a real pain in the ass.
Yeah, who's gonna let us in there with a couple iPhones?
We're also gonna get funding for this next round. We're gonna get a whole team.
We'll have Anthony fund us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Guys got short legs but big pockets. You know what I mean?
Deep pockets.
deep.
I love how he said, "You know what I mean." I mean, I think they got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This coronavirus thing, I'm pretty happy about.
Are you?
I think because I think I had said this before, but it's really is comforting because I haven't planned for my future at all. I have no money saved. I'm not doing well. It's like, oh, if this is how we go, I'm fat. It's like I needed none of this. I didn't need to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I didn't need to save money. I didn't need to make friends. It's like I'm good.
If this happens, you were right the whole time.
I was right the whole time.
Right.
A lot of these people doing CrossFit. It's like, for
Idiots.
what? You can't fight the flu with a punch, with a couple sit-ups.
You're not gonna flip a tire over on top of the coronavirus and kill it.
No. But you know what you missed out on? That second helping of pancakes. You know who did miss out on it? Greg Jews.
What if What if the virus is in the second helping of pancakes?
Then I'm deader than a door. I'm deader than your old Uncle Fillmore. How beautiful is it outside? I love this vibe we have got going today.
That's great.
Right?
It's
Very
super
comforting.
nice out.
Peasy, lemon squeezy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at it.
Foley, get in here.
It reminds me more of like an NPR type thing. Do you really listen to these NPR podcasts?
Yeah, it's more. They have like.
You need
his
like
is more whimsical. Theirs is more ominous for some reason.
you need like that, but in like a minor chord for when somebody says something sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, what did I listen to? A TEDx radio hour the other day that was about
Who's TEDx? Sounds like a race car driver.
It does. They're just, a version of TED Talks, but they have a podcast. And the music they played for, I think it's Tarana Burke, the starter of the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
It was so, what she was saying was, obviously thoughtful.
Sure.
But the music that they put behind her was just too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like when he does it, it sounds like a fun transition in a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
When they do it, there's a clear difference of what they're doing.
It's NPR one I was listening to. Everyone's so proud now to have editors. I don't know if you heard this. At every podcast, they're like, edited by William Sonoma or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, there was so much dead. The guy would be like, so I went to the store, and there I saw a pack of gum. And I'm like, all that dead air, I thought my Bluetooth speaker went out. So this editor is not good. You maybe shouldn't say his name.
NPR loves a nice breath. They
Yeah.
love a pregnant pause.
They'll purposely. When I'm doing This American Life, like he was like, don't take your time with these sentences. Like they're very purposeful about that.
I'm okay with taking your time with sentencing, but they'll do these pauses that are in between segments that I'm like,
Oh, I see
I
what you're
don't
saying.
know what's happening right now. I'm fucking with my headphones and it's coming back too loud. You got to know, as an audio engineer myself, as
Sure, yeah.
trying to true, look at the amount of wires here. They don't got this kind of wires over there. Harumi and I, we're out here working.
It should feel. It should feel like you're trying to protect like a Fabergé egg in a museum.
Dude, yeah, and they did this thing on this one that made me crazy. It was like, so I went to the store, and it was like I went to the baseball game, and there was like 3 to 4 full Mississippis of baseball sounds. And I was like,
I kind of like it. Now I'm there in my head.
none of that helped me.
I agree with Jim. It does, for whatever reason, it puts me there and I enjoy it.
And you play it in the background. You don't give me.
Sometimes it's a bit much. It is.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But
I
don't-
emailed the guy who edited the
Oh,
podcast.
good,
I told
that's
him he was
good.
out of his fucking mind.
Oh, good. Nice and polite.
I
I'm
said,
taking back my donation.
Hey, bro, you're out of your fucking mind.
Here's your
baseball noise.
Here's your hand crank radio back.
If I want to go to a game, I'll buy a ticket.
I know what a baseball game sounds like, buddy.
Yeah. You think you're better than me?
That's how I end every email. Send from my iPhone. Do you think you're better than me?
You remember old Ron and Fez?
Best.
Yeah.
They used to have a lot of silence just in their talking, and I would always be. I was so not used to it with talk radio that I would just be like, "Oh, the satellite feed cut out,"
It's funny though, because
and then it would just be Fez crying.
But it's great because that show in particular is great because then when you're on there, it's so comfortable.
Yeah,
And
it's easy.
It's so easy. Where it's like the other ones is more challenging because you're like, I have to be on every second, and if I just have to fill the air.
Yeah.
But with Ron, it's like cool, and I think you get to a richer place because he takes his time.
Yeah, I
For
think so.
sure. It's better. It's better comedy.
Yeah.
I love that we're kind of doing that today.
Yeah.
This is
feel
like
like
a
we slowed
slower
it down.
episode in a
Yeah,
real
yeah.
fun way.
It's because I'm here.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
2 gyms.
Two gyms
Also, I'm like having a panic attack.
about the COVID-19.
No, I just drank too much coffee today.
I was gonna say you're
Yes.
sucking iced coffee through that iron straw.
Yeah, you know about Iron Allentown.
Yeah.
Does they ever call you
Jim's
Allentown?
family made that. You know?
Yeah,
Get
my
over here,
dad made that
Allentown.
straw. I think if the steel mill was still around, my dad would be like making little steel straws.
Would he be furious that that's what he was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he'd have worked his way up to a supervisor's position at that point. But
Is pewter metal? Can anyone answer that?
yeah,
It is?
yeah,
No idea.
Done? That's it?
yeah.
No need to
It's
know?
a metal. I believe it might pewter. I don't know if it's a core metal, like an iron or whatever. But I think it might be a combination of two metals,
Oh, I
like
thought.
iron and nickel or something like that.
What do you make like a bathtub out of?
Porcelain.
That's what I thought it was, a form of porcelain. Is porcelain metal?
No.
What's porcelain?
I think it's compressed dust.
And that's not what pewter is.
I don't know what porcelain is. I was just kidding.
I think porcelain might just be porcelain.
It's his
I
own
think it's a
thing?
stone, some
Some kind of.
Ooh, a stone.
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't really what this podcast is for.
I would
Figuring out the
I would
elements.
argue that it is.
Call us and tell us what you think porcelain is.
yeah. Yeah. The lines are
The
open.
lines are open.
I got a new wedding ring. It's made of pewter.
Oh,
Me and Tina
cool.
both got 2 new wedding rings on our 1-year anniversary in Burlington, Vermont.
That's
we also
nice.
met in Vermont. That's how we like.
That's what
Oh,
I
you did?
I thought
Yeah.
that was a nice thing that you did to go back to. I thought
Well, that
that's
makes
what,
more sense then.
Oh yeah, we
I
went
th-
to the Tram family house. What
I thought you were gonna go back to Smuggler's Notch.
is that where we met?
Yes.
Neither of us knew that, so that's pretty nice to know.
That's nuts.
So now I'll tell her.
How'd you meet?
We met on a ski trip. Anthony was there.
Oh.
He
Yeah.
pulled.
High school ski trip?
It was
There was a high school ski trip that did go to Smuggler's Notch, but then years later we would go back to it for this adult ski trip.
Yeah,
To meet chicks.
we went to the trap.
Kind of.
It was-
Well, Tita did bring all her friends, and then it was just you, me, and Horse. And
no, Tita was one of the friends who was brought.
yes.
Tita was brought.
Tita was a single lady.
She was single.
Yeah,
I tried to bang her.
because there was a real bidding war going
She
on
said
for
no.
Tita that weekend.
Really?
Oh yeah, you and Horse.
Yeah, because I was
You
like,
guys fight with ski
I was
poles?
talking with this girl all day.
Wait, no. Now I just want Horse to be like the rich guy who skied all the time.
you couldn't
And he's like,
further.
Tita's mine. I'll race you down the hill.
Winner gets Tita and all this coke.
Yeah.
and owns the lodge.
Yeah, no, my friend the Horse. I was talking to you're like talking to a girl all day, and then he comes in and goes, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for it." It's like, yo, I already
Yeah.
been talking to this girl
And
all
he's
day.
like, well, my nickname's the Horse, so if you tell her that.
Well, he had some big ass teeth.
Oh.
People don't know that, but he got them fixed. Yeah, so we went back. We went to. I keep saying we went to the Trapp family house. Do you know about this?
No,
From The Sound of Music,
The Von Trapp?
the Von
I
Trapps.
thought that was in Austria.
That's what I thought.
1,000% sure it's in Austria.
That's what I was trying to yell at the lady about. I was like, shouldn't this be in Austria? And she said, no, when they left Austria, this is where they came.
Oh.
I've never seen the movie. I just
Yeah, I don't remember the.
yeah, I don't know
remember the movie.
the
I was
arc of
just-
the movie at
I've
all.
never even seen it
I
either.
remember it would be one night where it would come on Channel 11 where I go, I guess I won't watch Channel 11 tonight.
Yeah.
I would always be
I wanna
mad.
watch The Sound of Music.
Yeah, it would be like, I just wanted to watch action movies. What is this shit?
It's 9 hours
Yeah,
long.
it was
It's
9
hours. It was 2 cassettes when I was a kid.
Mainly singing
Singing.
in the mountains.
Dude,
Couldn't be
but she's-
further from what I wanted.
She's one of those people who, like, you as a kid, you're like, yo, who's this old bitch? And then you get older, you go, yo, this old bitch was pretty hot.
Yeah.
She's 20.
right at the
She
time.
was 20 years old.
And at the time too, because the color correction in those movies was so different.
Yeah.
So they looked like different human beings.
Technicolor.
Yeah.
It looked. Yeah, it didn't look. It wasn't like we're trying to be true to life.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like we want to bring this painting to the screen.
That's how they did coloring. They would just water paint these people together.
Yeah, and then for some reason, Silk Stockings on USA was the only show that was like, we're gonna do it like that.
What do you mean?
The
do you
Vaseline lens.
remember? Yeah, Silk Stockings for some reason was like the only show I've ever seen where the colors were so dramatic and different from everything else was on television.
Softer. Was it
Softer, more colorful. It was different. If you could bring up, or Harumi could bring up a video of that, it looked very strange.
You can't get that on the internet. It's all that show was a porno. That was a sexy show.
Was it a sexy show?
Silk Stockings? That was the whole show.
Oh, really?
It was like the closest you can get to porn on regular TV.
Oh, I never
Yeah.
watched it. I thought it was like a
I jerked
cop
off
show.
to the promos.
No, it was like well, it was kind of copy.
Okay.
But very was like, ooh, you're under arrest. Where's your panties? We need to get these checked by me now with my nose.
There's only one place you hide drugs.
Yeah, dude, it was a.
Silk stockings, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't David Duchovny on it, or am I losing it?
No, that was Red Shoe Diaries.
Oh,
That was Zalman King's
Yes.
Red
Red-
Shoe
yeah, that
Diaries.
was
I'm
the
thinking
real
Red Shoe Diaries,
softcore
but
shit.
Silk Stockings was also a sexy type
Along
crime
those lines.
show.
Okay.
I
My-
think they only solve sexy crimes.
Miami Vice. I was watching this thing about Miami Vice, and they the DP was like, and the director were like, no black and no red.
Well,
So there's
yeah.
no
Really?
black or red
In
the
what?
show, or maybe
What
red.
show?
But yeah, they were like in Miami Vice. They were
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this show's all about the palette.
I love it.
Yeah.
Little weak on story, but
Yeah.
we're gonna get the colors right.
Star Wars: The Phantom Menace is like that. The prequels are very much like that.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a
I see what
that's
you're
why
saying.
I'm telling you.
Oh man, you
It's
guys
a sexy
are,
show, man. They
This
cut out
is
like there's like
super.
3 frames. They only use 3
What is
frames.
this?
Hey,
One
that
of the
camera's
shots
from the waist up, right?
just a champagne
Dude,
glass.
Silk
Man, this
Stockings
is
used to come
nuts,
on
man.
after wrestling.
Yeah,
and it was
wow.
like,
Why didn't I put that together?
time
That's
to
so
be-
obvious.
It's like time to get horny after wrestling.
How did I watch that promo and go, "This is just another cop show"?
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
Dude, they'd be like, "Oh, we only solve crime.
Yeah,
oh, where was he shot in the abs?
We're gonna solve the case of the 2-dry vagina.
yeah, yeah. What? Yeah. All right. You guys want to go?
Yeah, sure. Is it an hour?
An hour and 5, man.
Oh shit. Okay. Do
yeah.
some plug it up.
But you know when this episode's coming out, right? Not today.
No, it's coming out in 2 weeks.
Not for them, just for you. This
In-
comes out. No, this comes out next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, this will come out. So March 10th. March 10th. Cool.
It's my grandmother's birthday, everybody.
Oh, what's her name?
Marlene.
Oh, really? Oh,
I mean,
wow.
she's
I like Marlene.
Deceased, but
Yeah, my young aunt Marlene was deceased as well. I never met another Marlene. Very
Hey,
cool.
Did we book flights to Austin? I'm sorry.
We did it together
And I
in
have it.
Denver. Yes, you did.
And I got the insurance in
You
case
got
the
every-
COVID-19 gets me.
Yeah, it's Billy Corbin 19 gets you. The virus that turns everyone into Smashing Pumpkins album.
All right, so when are your dates? Do you want to talk about your dates?
You go. I'll go last because I was chastised on this podcast for saying too many dates.
You do say too many dates.
And I listened to the tape and I went last.
Went
You-
last?
You went, and then I couldn't get my dates, and I was. So
That was
I was like,
repentance for last week.
yeah, it was a holdover of you being mad.
2 weeks ago.
I
Oh,
know.
yes. Oh, last week I was.
You were looking. You could grab at anything to be mad at me.
Well, because the week before you had did 4 hours on dates.
But I did go last because I listened to the tape.
it's not about last.
What? Who cares if I have too many
I
dates?
got places to go. I got things to do. I got to
The
upload
next
this thing.
episode.
I got to upload this thing. You can't just be plugging dates for 20 minutes.
No man.
Oh, all right. So I'm just going to plug 2 dates for now. Well, I'm in Connecticut doing some breweries. I'm doing South by Southwest with Anthony on the 18th?
The
18th of March?
We'll get there the 16th, and we have a show on the 17th, and we leave the 18th.
So the 17th.
So
South by
17th.
South. But I don't know if we're going because of the Corvid.
We'll most likely
You'll
be
be all
there.
right.
I think we'll be fine.
Think?
But
I don't know, man. I'm making changes.
I'll eat those words, and then this fucking next episode will be a memorial for me.
Christ. I'm wondering if we die before next week, this episode goes up posthumously. We could get Corvid tonight.
True.
You don't know what
but in
tonight's
any
about.
event, get Jim's album.
Get Jim's album.
Thanks, guys.
If it's my dying wish, it's to listen to Oatmeal by Jim Tews.
April 1st, I'll be doing the Fat Black Pussycat. I'll do it in an hour if you're in New York. Come to that. Also, I'm doing Levity Live in Nyack on the 14th of April. Come to that. And then
Jesus.
the 19th through the 22nd, I'll be in Connecticut doing a bunch of breweries. Check out my Instagram page for those if you're in Connecticut and you want to come to those. Jim, where are you at?
I don't really have any dates.
Really?
I'm doing some country club in Wescosville or Hellertown, Pennsylvania in March, and then on the road with Chad Daniels for a weekend at the end of April.
I love that guy.
Oh,
And then I'm
Find out if he likes me.
Of course he likes you.
Not as like I don't want to open for him. I just want to be my friend.
I'm sure he likes you.
I had the best time with him.
Yeah, he's a great time.
He's a great guy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he likes you, man.
Nobody likes me anymore, especially you.
Oh.
Especially you. You fucking
That's
do
not true.
100 dates. As you're looking, Jerry. Check out
What a
Harumi's
jerk.
check out Harumi's YouTube page. What's it called?
Hatched.
Yeah,
Hatched NYC.
Hatched NYC.
I know. I want to make sure I get it right.
No, I'm
He
not
didn't talk on the microphone.
coming
apparently.
down on you. March 11th, I'll be doing my one-man show again at Fat Black Pussycat.
What's it called?
My dad is not Danny DeVito.
Oh.
At 10:30, March 11th, and then I'll be at the Albany Funny Bone March 12th, and then I will be at the Hartford Funny Bone March 15th, and I'll be at the Syracuse Funny Bone March 19th.
Same with some pizzazz.
What? And then I'll be at the Tempe Improv with Michelle March 20th through the 22nd. And then I will be at the Cinema Arts Center in Huntington, Long Island on March 27th. And that's it for now.
That's great. That's